Hello ladies! It feels like spring is here, at least in Los Angeles. We've been getting tons of rain, and now, just earlier today, I saw all these butterflies like flying around, almost like there was a massive butterfly release or something, these like baby butterflies, when I was driving on the freeway in Los Angeles, which was totally a trip. But because we've been having so much rain and so many things blossoming, I guess there's just a lot that's growing. And it made me think about love and how often we are carrying around, old baggage from the past. So sometimes we go into love and we think like, yes, I'm ready for a fresh start. But if we haven't done that deep spring cleaning work, and hi Rachel, then sometimes it feels like we're still carrying around the baggage of all of our exes. And I'm not talking about like the heavy baggage, like a lot of us, we do our processing after we go through a breakup, but I'm talking about that kind of sneaky baggage that tells you, oh, why should I try and love? Or all guys are this way, or I'm never gonna find someone as good as that, or what if I attract someone just like that and I don't realize it? Because sometimes at the beginning we don't always see the red flags, or we don't always pay attention to the red flags. So I love getting a fresh start, and I love the freshness of spring. It's like the perfect time to put behind us everything that's happened in the past and move forward into something great. But first we've got to do the spring cleaning on our heart. We've got to let go of some of the baggage and some of the heartache and just some of the conditions or the mindset that we might accidentally be taking on. And so what this might look like is if you feel like you're kind of stuck in your dating life, like you're not attracting the right sort of men, or you're not getting to the point in a relationship where you want, maybe you get 1 date or 2 dates or 3 dates, but it never really goes anywhere. Or if you feel like you're just feeling pessimistic about love, like, well, I never meet anyone in person, or I never find anyone that I'm attracted to, then those are all good signs that you need a fresh start and need to do some of the spring cleaning. Now, it doesn't have to be super painful or boring. It can actually be fun and invigorating to identify those places where you're holding yourself back, or where your blind spots are, or where maybe there's a limiting belief that's creeping in about dating, about love, about relationships, or perhaps maybe you've just gotten so busy with work and with life that you've started kind of hiding your heart. We all can do that sometimes. We get busy with something and we think, oh, I've just got to muscle through. Like, how many of you have ever tried to just muscle through a situation? You can put a comment in the chat bar, or you can, do a thumbs up or a heart or something if you've ever felt like you have to just muscle through. And I've been there, and a lot of women have to do that because we're busy babes, we're raising we're single moms raising parents, or, maybe you have a busy work life, or maybe you have, a lot of activities, or you travel a lot for work, or there's a lot going on. We can be masters of pushing through, but when that happens, oftentimes we're like hunching over and kind of pushing through this way instead of opening up and receiving life. And when we're not opening up and receiving life, when we're just pushing through, the most amazing partner for you could walk by, but A, you might not notice them, or they might not notice you because you're not sending out the right energy to attract your partner, the one that's really going to see your true essence and cherish that and adore that. Most of the women that I work with and that I talk to, it's not that they can't get into a relationship. They could get into a relationship tomorrow if they wanted to, but they don't want to settle for a sort of relationship that doesn't inspire them and isn't a partner who totally matches them on every level that they deeply respect and trust. So, I myself have gone through phases where I felt like I was just wading through a soup or like a mess of not knowing what to do with online dating or how to meet men in person. And it felt like the people that I was meeting, the quality was just getting worse and worse, less and less committal, to the point where I was just getting ghosted sometimes by people I would meet online for a first date, or even sometimes for subsequent dates. And I was at this invisible barrier where the longest I could get into a relationship was 6 weeks. And then inevitably something would come up. I would find out something about them, and it wouldn't, be something that I was looking for. It would be something I didn't even know that was under the surface. Or it would be an issue that would come up related to our interaction, like lack of communication, lack of consistency, lack of commitment, to take the relationship to the next level. So I know what it's like to feel kind of stuck in this like soup, or this like, why isn't it working for me in my love life? And one of the reasons might be that you have this old residue of things from the past. But actually the past doesn't have to affect our future when we create this fresh start, when we have new beliefs, new skills, and new tools in our toolbox, plus a loving community and support. And that's what I want for every woman. Like, imagine if you could create a relationship that felt totally fresh and different, that felt different than any other relationship you've ever been in. My question for you, how would that feel? How would your new relationship feel compared to your relationships from the past? I know for me, one of the things I was really looking for when I was considering and dating and creating this epic love with Jason is I really wanted someone that was safe, but that I totally respected and was turned on by, and that I also could really communicate with, who had really good emotional intelligence. Those were things that were so important to me. And I had never felt safe enough in my past relationships to really share how I felt, even when it was messy, and even if I was angry or frustrated or sad or disappointed. And luckily I found that, Jason is able to really hold space for me, but I still totally respect him. We have great chemistry and great passion. We're still going strong. But I had to clear the slate, and I had to get clear on what it is that I want to feel, how I want to feel differently in this relationship than in the past. And there was a lot of clearing that I needed to do just on an energetic level and on a mindset level, and then also know how to communicate what I wanted in a way that really drew the right person towards me versus feeling like I've just got to keep myself into a little box. So imagine what that ideal relationship, that new relationship would feel like, less than like the checklist of who he is. Like, how do you want to feel in that relationship? And then consider getting the help that you need to release those blocks and those mindset shifts that you need to make in order to move forward. And we actually have 2 different invitations and a way to do that. We have a new little mini course. It's a 3-hour course that's on March 19th, and I'll put the link to that in the comments. And that's where you can learn how to spring clean your heart and get a fresh start in love and get over your ex. But you can also sign up for a free Breakthrough to Love call. And in those 45-minute sessions, you're going to get a ton of clarity on what's holding you back, what it is that you really want, and then what are the steps in order to get there. And during that conversation, if we feel like it's the right fit, we may invite you to be a part of our program. But if not, we may not either. We might not feel like it's the right fit for us to work together. And so that's fine too. But either way, you're going to have a lot of fun and get a lot of clarity and value. So I really want to have everyone be able to get over their ex, spring clean their heart, and get into an amazing relationship, because life is too short. I don't want it to be summertime and you're still feeling this angst of not being able to get over someone, or still thinking about your ex, or feeling like there's not enough guys out there, because none of that is true. I see women get into amazing relationships every single day that I work with, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Mwah!